Hello, my name is Esther Brimmer. I'm the new CEO at NAFSA. Welcome, and welcome to the new NAFSA Live Community Update. This is a chance for me to tell you about some of the things going on here and to answer some questions as well. I am thrilled to be the new CEO at NAFSA. This is a fantastic organization and a great community. I know myself, I benefited from international education. I did my undergraduate at Pomona College and actually did my study abroad in my third year in Geneva. And I'll tell you, even when I was a professional diplomat, I would still carry around my copy of the United Nations Charter from my study abroad period, along with my copy of the US Constitution. I also had a chance to do my graduate work in the United Kingdom at Oxford, and so I know I've directly benefited from international education. I'm deeply committed to this work. I also know that this is a real life's commitment for all of you, so I'm thrilled to be part of this community. I know I've also benefited from internationalization as well, that on the campus where I was a student, yes, we admit many decades ago, that we also had professors who integrated international perspectives into the curriculum. So I am excited about the work we'll be doing together in international education and in internationalization. But these are challenging times, and NAFSA is probably needed now more than ever. Indeed, NAFSA is doing the work to support you, and I want to let you know that my goal is to continue to bring the fine programs and training and support for members to do the work that you do every day. Because I know our members are on the front lines of advising students and scholars and actually making international education real. So I'm, again, excited to be working with all of you in these areas in particular. Now, this is a challenging time. In the less than 3 months that I've been here, that the dramatic political environment has also had a direct impact on the work we do. And we know that it makes your daily lives difficult as well. So what do? We defend the values we've always cared about. We defend the flow of international students and scholars backwards and forwards because we think that's important. And we try to make sure we provide the best tools for you. And so when we think about the face that the United States presents to the world, we think about both the diplomacy, but also the policies on immigration and other areas that affect perspectives on the United States. Because we think it's important to remind our policymakers, the media, and everyone around us about the importance of international education, and we'll be doing that. But we think it's especially important to demonstrate the strength of our community to all of us who care about international education, exchange, and internationalization. And we have a chance to do that this year. I'm really looking forward to seeing as many of you as I can at our annual conference this year in Los Angeles. And this will be a great chance for our community to gather, that we will be bringing forth our great programs on training, great plenary speakers, but also, given the challenges this year, we'll be including some additional elements for you. We'll have more regulatory sessions with experts to help answer your questions. We'll have panel discussions talking about the current political environment and helping all of us try to think about how we navigate this particular period. We'll have more sessions to help practitioners in all areas, whether it's international student scholar services, whether it's international enrollment management, education abroad, teaching, learning, and scholarship, or international education leadership. In all of our areas, we'll be doing more programming as well. In a sense, by seeing you there, we're helping to signal the importance and strength of the international education community, and that, yes, the United States remains open and welcoming, because we think that it's possible both to be secure and open. These are not mutually exclusive goals. So we think that we want to demonstrate that we can welcome the world here in Los Angeles in 2017. So we'll be keeping busy working on the public policy issues and providing training for you. What I thought it might be helpful today to maybe answer some questions. So if I would kind of like grab out of back some of the things I would think about and some of the things that people have asked me, I thought I might take up 4 questions. So what do we have here? First question. What can I do to assist in the political climate? So you may be asking yourself, what can you do? And I would suggest a couple different things. Perhaps one of the most important is to help us communicate with elected officials about the importance of international education. You can register to take action at connectingourworld.org. Maybe you already know that, connectingourworld.org, and sharing it with your social networks. You, of course, can follow and retweet at literally at Connect Our World on Twitter. You can also share some of the materials. And as I said, we'd like to make sure we're providing materials and information that's useful for you. So you can go to nafsa.org/policy and get statements and documents, ideas from a variety of thought leaders that can help you address some of the current issues and help you talk to your colleagues around your campuses and your organizations. You can share these materials with people who work on federal relations, government relations at your institution. So hopefully that'll be useful for you as well. Again, that's at nafsa.org/policy. You also might find that some of the information about the economic contribution of students might be really useful for you on your campuses. I know I'm finding it useful when I'm talking to people here on Capitol Hill. And so you can go to NAFSA's International Student Economic Value Tool. That's also at nafsa.org/econvalue. And that can help you, perhaps if you're talking to your state legislators, about the economic benefits that international students bring to many campuses. And you can also always connect with NAFSA staff if you're interested in being involved in media outreach. And you can go to media relations at nafsa.org. Another question. What is NAFSA doing to assist its members in this political climate? Well, as many of you already know, we are working particularly on the regulatory practice side, closely monitoring the situation and trying to make sure we get timely advice out to you. And there's a page on our website to help you with that. Member leaders around the country have been engaging and listening to their colleagues, and there have been online town halls. And you can go look those up if you like at nafsa.org/town halls. And of course, we will be continuing to be active on the public policy issues to help shape the environment. Third question. What advice can you provide me in dealing with my president, who is understandably concerned and possibly about a possible decline in international student numbers? And indeed, particularly at this season, some of your colleagues may be coming to you and saying, what can we do to make sure there isn't a decline in the numbers of international students coming to our campus? So some of the things you might want to think about is the role of our collective efforts in creating a welcoming environment here in the United States for international students. You might want to think about targeted outreach to the students that you've admitted, letting them know directly that the United States remains a welcoming and open environment for international students. You might want to think about other strategic communications about how you let people know that you are ready to welcome international students and scholars. You also might want to engage your alumni network, that indeed in many places, prospective students, might reach out to alumni in their countries or communities, and they can also be a voice about the welcoming environment here. Fourth question. What advice do you have for me in talking about these issues on a campus that is politically or philosophically divided? How can we find common ground? That's a very important question these days, a very important question. And each campus will find its own solutions. And indeed, we always want to share ideas about some of the best ways to address this. But in general, having campus leaders, whether it's faculty, students, administrators, or others, come together for discussions, usually facilitated discussions where a moderator can help out here, to try to listen and learn from each other. And that's a great way to start conversations. Because listening and learning from each other is something we all do in our lives, whatever we do. And maybe that's one of the reasons I love being at NAFSA, because it's about helping all of us do our jobs better. So NAFSA really, truly still is the place where the world meets. And I certainly hope to meet most of you in Los Angeles at the annual conference. So see you in LA. Thank you.